So here's just a quick wee video about how you use for loops, or different ways of using for loops in Python. Okay, so a for loop is when you're wanting to output something a certain number of times. So it's used for doing or implementing fixed loops. So say I wanted to output the word hello 5 times. Okay, I could say for counter in range 5. Okay, now that number tells you how many times it actually will output it. If I go print and then hello. Okay, so if I run that one, I'll output it. There you go, 5 times. Hello 5 times. If I close that and then change it to 3, I'll output it 3 times. Now, how it's actually working in the background is counters as a variable, and what actually happens is it takes the value 0, and then outputs hello, and then goes back up to the top, takes the value 1, prints hello, takes the value 2, prints hello, so that's it printed 3 times. Once that counter, once it goes back, and the counter is equal to 3, it actually comes out the loop. So I can show that just by actually printing also the value of the counter. So if I run this one, so that's when counter is equal to 0, and then does the loop again, counter then increments to 1, and then counter increments to 2. As soon as counter equals to 3, i.e. equals the value in the brackets, it then outputs. Okay. Now there's other ways of doing it as well. So you can actually set what value you want counter to be at the very start. So I could say, let's have counter equal to 1 at the start. Okay. So if I press, so what happens there is counter's equal to 1. It then outputs hello and counter. Okay. So that's why it says hello and 1. It then goes back to the top, it increments the counter is equal to 2, so it prints hello then 2. It goes back to the top, increments counter equal to 3. It doesn't then run these 2 lines of code, it then jumps back out. Okay. Now you might be wondering why that might be getting used this way. What this is quite good is, say you wanted to output maybe what week it was, so you could say week. And if I say counter, okay, so we want it to say week 1, week 2, week 3. Now there's 7 days in a week. If we did it this way, what you'd find is it will say week 0 all the way to week 6. Okay, so that's, or I should be saying day, not week. That's a bit daft to me. Right, so there we go. So day 0. Now I wanted it to start with day 1, so if I then did 1 to 7, press, okay, so it starts at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's outputting 6 days, and then it doesn't output day 7, so I then need to just add 1 to this. And then that should be, so it's a good way to start it at 1 if you're actually wanting to use a counter to output some information as well. Okay, but that's just the 2 ways of doing it, so I thought I would make a wee video just to help you.